Hello and welcome back to another merchandise review from White Album to now. As you can probably guess from these two strings, what we're looking at today is a hoodie. Love it. I love functional pieces of merchandise, and this is one of them. So, first off, let me go ahead and show you the packaging that this had come in. So, this is plastic, and this is all that it came in. This is a Toranoana product, if you didn't guess already from the meager packaging. It's usually, if you would order like a nicer article of clothing, it would come with cardboard. This one does not, but that's fine. It's not like there are any broken pieces. It's just, I'm always a little bit boggled. So here is the tag. We have Toranoana's logo here. Toranoana is a company partnered with Aqua Plus, and they produce a lot of the White Album 2 merchandise. This is called a parka, as it is in Japanese, but we know it as a hoodie. Now, the size is L. L is like the default size of pretty much all of their clothing. But it's nice because with hoodies, you always want it to be a little bit bigger anyways. And that's what it is. So the front is pretty plain. Let me go ahead and show you what this is like. So the only sort of design that's on the front is actually this snowflake. So it's not super obvious that this is White Album 2 just from the snowflake. The texture on the snowflake itself is a little bit raised. It's a little bit scratchy, I guess I would call it. So I would be a little bit nervous about this washing off. Now, Toranoana's website does warn this needs to be washed on warm setting, but best is just to wash it by hand and do not iron over the graphics at all. And I could see why, because this is the type of graphic that will peel if washed repeatedly or if exposed to extreme heat, like with an iron. So need to be very careful there. The hoodie strings themselves are really soft. I'm really impressed with those. Those are really nice. The material itself is not the softest on the outside, and it's actually a little bit thin. So let me show you what that's kind of like. It's really, really thin. I know that this is just the bottom part, but the fabric itself is about the same thickness. So this is kind of like a fall hoodie. I would not recommend that. This is like a winter thick hoodie. And what's interesting is a lot of the time cheap hoodies are actually that thick cotton, but this one is not that bad. So honestly, really good for the fall. It does have the double pocket here, which is nice. I love that on a hoodie. Now, the main thing about this hoodie is actually on the back side, which, I don't know, some people like having their graphics on the back because it makes it doesn't stand out super obviously on the front. Like, hey, I'm a big anime fan, you know? Some people aren't into that. Personally, I wish there was a little bit more on the front to kind of make it obvious that it's a White Album 2 product, but c'est la vie, to each their own. Here's what the back looks like. It's just this graphic, so kind of minimalist, which is nice. We have the White Album 2 logo here, copyright to Aqua Plus, and then we have a really beautiful chibi Setsuna. If you recognize this, it's because they made a keychain with this exact same graphic. You can see that in another one of my videos. So that's kind of nice. And then a chibi Kazusa. And for once, Kazusa is smiling and Setsuna is not. And she's got the little, like determination puff of air coming from her mouth. This is also on another keychain, which you can see in one of my other videos. So check those out. Aqua Plus, and specifically Toranoana, loves reusing artwork for many different types of merch. So the hoodie is no exception. So really, really cute back of the hoodie there. And again, it's not so in-your-face anime that I think this is the type of thing you could wear out and about without people being like, wow, look at that guy. You know, I think you know what I mean. I like the minimalist nerd type of merch. The hood is thin, which is great. With the thicker hoodies, it ends up covering like a lot of your head and looking weird. This is that thin type of hood, which makes it a nice casual hoodie to wear. Unfortunately, when the hood is down, it pretty much blocks the entire graphic. So if you were wearing this in public without your hood up, it really blocks the entirety of the art. So I guess that's my biggest complaint about this, is unless you have your hood on, you can't even see it. It does make a nice display piece though if you wanted to frame it up. So, thank you so much for being with me on this merchandise review from White Album 2, and I'll be back to you with more merch reviews in the future. So until then, I hope you take care. See you.